Boss Champions. This is Madmaxed with another video, and today we're going to talk about Ninja and how to maximize his points. Okay, I tried several different builds, several different gear sets with Ninja, and you might think go with reflex, but you don't really want reflex because when you look at his skills, and I don't have him booked out. He would do a lot more damage if I did, but I've got a lot of other champions that are legendaries. If anybody knows anything about the game, legendary books are hard to come by. But anyway, he attacks all the enemies. He has a 75%, 100% chance when he's booked, and he freezes everybody. He attacks 3 times. He has a 75% chance, 100% chance when booked, place an HP burn. And he also puts perfect veil on himself. And then he has his A1, which decreases defense. Now, his passive will go up and increases the attack by 10% up to 100%. And he increases the crit damage by 5% up to 25%. Each time a single enemy is hit by all 3 actions. Alright, now that means you don't want to turn anything off, so reflex gear is out. I mean, he has 3 skills. If you put reflex on, you would want to only do his A2, of course, because it's the biggest damage. Like for a clan boss. For arena, you'd want to freeze everybody. But like if you were going to go in and do just clan boss, but if you don't do all 3 of these attacks every time, you're not going to get up to that 100% chance, 100% attack increase. You're not going to get up to that 25% extra crit damage. Now, so you've got to cycle through every one of these. So the best thing you want to put on is a relentless set. Now, relentless sets are hard to come by. I realize that, especially to get a good set with good stats. But I've got a set. I got a 6-star attack set. These are not exactly all of the substats that I would like. I mean, I would have rather got his crit rate up with all these substats, but it would have been impossible with what I had. I mean, it's just, I didn't have a crit rate here. I had no crit rate there. I had 1 here, and I didn't have any there. So only 1 out of the 4 had it. So, you would have had to got some good 6-star items, all had crit rate, and got good rolls into each one to get his crit rate up high enough. Now, if I had, I would probably put a crit damage glove on it. He would have done even more damage. But the key to this is that he got an 18% chance of getting an extra turn. Now, when he gets the extra turn, he's got an 18% chance of getting an extra turn again. So about 1 out of 5, he's going to get an extra turn. Now, when you're going up against clan boss, and of course you want to get his speed up extremely high. I mean, his speed is at 200, which I would like more than that even, but that's still not a bad speed. But in most situations, he can go in, and let's go into like some boss. Let's say I go into Doom Tower, and I'm going in, and I'm just going to do the Eternal Dragon. Now, this is an auto team. I'm not going to fool with it. I'm not going to do anything to it. And it'll get through. Now, Ninja may die along the way because he doesn't have that much defense. But look, he got 2 hits in a row there. You see, he wiped out everything almost everything by himself. That helps an extreme lot in anything. When you got one champ that goes through on their very first hit and they get a double attack and they wipe out everything. So now we cleared all the little mobs, and he's already got a double hit there. Now, of course, these fights don't last that long, but now he got a double hit there. These fights don't last like clan boss. But now in Clan Boss, when I have him there, he does a lot of damage. Well, because it's going 30, 40 rounds, and he's getting like 1.5 at least turns per round of the Clan Boss. So he's doing 50, 60, 70, hits. Well, 60 or 70 hits, and you got an 18% chance each time. So he's getting several extra turns. And so his hit points are maxed, his damage is maxed out. And, because the relentless is going to just keep cycling through, and he's just going to keep doing hit after hit when it hits. I mean, it's like, it's just not his A1 to do that. I mean, after his A1, if he gets another hit, he may go to the A2 or the A3 or whatever. And so that's going to allow you to cycle through all those turns and get his damage up quicker too. So he's able to do the max amount of damage faster. See, he got 2 hits there. He did the burn, then he did the freeze. One right after the other. Now, that's not the fastest run in the world, but I don't have royal guards, and or anything like that. I've never pulled one yet. But we're looking only at Ninja and what we want on him. Now we've got to have accuracy because we've got to get that burn to stick. We've got to get the freezes to stick. So I've got a perception set on that gives him 40. Now and of course the normal of any nuker, you want his crit rate up around 100%. He's past that. You want his crit damage as high as possible. Like I said, if I could have got it with the substats for the crit rate, I would have went up and I would have got more. I mean, I'll get more stats from the Great Hall when the Great Hall is higher and stuff. I don't have this one maxed out. His hit point, his accuracy is high enough to do any 20 level dungeons over 200. So I haven't fooled with trying to finish that one out because it's just not really that important because I've already got the important thing. I've already got all the important things on the banner that you can have. I've got the accuracy. I've got accuracy over 200. Of course, I can get the accuracy up another 28 or something like that higher. But I don't need it right now, except in maybe Doom Tower. But then I've got all the points in accuracy. I got more speed. Speed is what's really important in this game, and I've always tried to stress. Now, his attack is about 4,000, which is really good. His crit rate is over 100%. His crit damage is over 160%. Like I said, I would like to have less attack and more crit damage. But that's just what I've got with this 6-star gear that I've got. I mean, I don't have the subsets to do that with. If I could have had, like I said, if I had all the subsets right and got good rolls, I could have put a crit rate glove on. I could put a crit damage glove on. That would have gave me 80 more. So, I would have had about 250 crit damage, which would have made his damage even a lot more than what it is right now. But he literally does almost 1,000,000 points in Clan Boss, between him and getting Faye to drop the defense down. He's a heck of a damager. I mean, he is one of the best nukers in the game. But if you want to get more nuke power out of him, what you want to do is you want to have him in a relentless set. Because, you're talking about when you go up against Clan Boss, I mean, some of those Clan Bosses like hard. I mean, I'm going to go 70 rounds or more. I'm going to get 110, 120 rounds at the very minimum. Well, he's going to do almost 1,000,000 points a hit, especially when he's on that fire. Well, you're talking about a huge amount of damage from one player. But, without the relentless set, though, he's not going to max out, with his skills. This is going to take longer to max out. He's not going to get there. He may not get there at all. On one of the Nightmare or Ultra Nightmare, he may not ever get up to the 100% or the 5% because you may not have enough rounds for it because you're talking about 10 times cycling through 3 different skills. So you're talking about 30 turns. Well, 30 turns is a lot, you know, on Ultra Nightmare clan boss. So you got to have 30. If he got stunned a few times, but he's not the stun target. But if he did, then in Ultra Nightmare he may not be able to get up to that. But but instead, when he's getting like an extra turn here, an extra turn there, around 20 turns or less of the clan boss, he's going to be maxed out even on Ultra Nightmare. And so he's going to be sitting down and he's going to be doing more damage quicker. Well, why? Because he's got relentless on. They gave him extra turns to get all these skills cycled through quicker. Now, I know it's going to be random. It's 18% chance, but it seems like to me it worked better than 18% a lot of times. And and he gets an extra turn, and it really increased. But like I said, I've seen him have an extra turn and another extra turn. You get 3 turns in a row with a nuker that's doing as much damage as Ninja's doing, you get an incredible amount of damage. But it's going to vary. I mean, you may go into clan boss one time, you may be on Nightmare with him, and you may get 35, 40 million one round. You may get only 25 to 30 mil the second round, but you're going to average a lot more damage once you put him in a set of relentless gear. I mean, this is what you're going to need if you want to get the max damage out of Ninja for clan boss, or for bosses in Doom Tower or anything like that. Now, it's not going to help as much, in some of the other areas, but I've took him in arena before, and I've sat down and froze everybody and turned around and I burned everybody right afterwards. And when you start doing that, I mean, you start literally wasting people in arena too because of that, because you may get 3 hits in a row. There's none of his hits that are weak. I mean, when he does that shatter bolt, I mean, he can sometimes just knock somebody out just for that alone. His burn is incredibly powerful. His freeze is really good. You go up against somebody weak with that freeze, he can wipe the entire party out, as you well know. And but when you're sitting down and maybe somebody's really defensive, got a really tanky team, well, you didn't wipe them all out with that, but then you follow it up with the burn, and you follow it up with another shatterbolt, and sometimes you're going to get 3 hits in a row out of him. And and that is where you're going to get your max damage with him. And all because he has a relentless set on. But relentless is absolutely the way to go with Ninja. Ninja will actually increase your damage quite considerably once you get him in a good set of relentless gear and you go to clan boss. This guy's going to do way more damage, and that's what you're looking for clan boss, because it's a whole lot better to 2 key like 1 or 2 key a boss than it is to take 3 keys, because then you can sit down and use the other keys on different clan boss, on the different clan boss levels, and you have a better chance of getting more books, more epic books, more legendary books, more shards, more everything. Because if you can do Ultra Nightmare, Nightmare, you can do Brutal, and you can do Hard. You've got 2 chances to get Sacred Shards, 2 chances to get Legendary Books, 2 chances, and the other 2 you have chances to get Epic Books. You have Epic Book chances in all 4 of them. And and you have Void Shards in all 4 of them you can get. So it's just increasing the odds amount of the good material that you're going to be able to get. And and that's just by getting the max damage on clan boss. And this thing will help you tremendously, because he does an amazing amount of damage on clan boss. And and because Royal Guard does great, but like I've been playing the game for a year and I still haven't pulled a Royal Guard. I mean, there are champs that are really good against clan boss, and as far as a nuker, he's one of them. He's one of the best ones in the game. And so, but you want to maximize the damage that you can get from him. Well, Relentless is going to do that. Relentless is the best gear to put on him. It's going to help him quite a bit. I mean, his Masteries, of course, they're all the way down. I mean, I've got increased crit damage on him, I've got the Giant Slayer, has a 30% chance of inflicting bonus damage when attacked by bonus. And, that's because he has that multi-hit. But, and I've got the support tree to give him a little bit more defense and stuff because I didn't want him to die as easily against clan boss, because he is probably the weakest guy I've got defensively in clan boss. I mean, his defense is by far, because he's the attacker. Attackers have less defense. So I decided, and he's still only got 2,200. What you're relying on is everybody else picking him back up, keeping him healthy, keeping him alive, keeping his defense up. And, that's what you're looking at. I've got a 60% guy, 6% increased defense guy that keeps the defense up all the time. So between that and all the heals, he stays alive pretty good, but he's still probably the first one that's going to go down, around level, even on Nightmare, even at level 35 or 40, because he's one of the weakest defense guys I got. He's got one of the lowest hit points I got because he's only 32k. But that's what nukers are. But then again, you put a defensive guy in there like Scylla Drake, good champion, gonna live a long time, got 4,000 defense, got 35,000 plus hit point, 36. Well, yeah, she's going to live a lot easier than he is, but guess what? She's only going to do 100k worth of damage. Not a million like he's doing. And he can do a lot more than a million because he's getting 2 and 3 extra turns. But anyway, that's how to build him. That's how to make him do the max amount of damage in clan boss. And also on the other bosses. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Leave comments if you want to see something else. And thanks for watching.